Well, we have found something, and oh my goodness, it seems like there's been a lot of folding. There we go, there's the lion contact calling. Now, he's at the bottom of the tree, but just as we arrived, and we couldn't actually see a lot of the commotion, we just saw the lion quickly running. And the reason for it is because at the top of this tree, just a little bit... Are you gonna go up? I think he's gonna go up. I think ooh, okay, stretching. Now, the roof is getting in our way, so I'm not going to move now so that we don't get in the way of the animal's movements or the lion's movements. But on the top of this tree, there's a kill. And it seems like it's perhaps an impala. And that impala kill was put up there by Tingana. So the lion actually managed to chase Tingana, and Tingana managed to run down, and then it's gone further off. So luckily the lion didn't get Tingana, but I think there's still a lot of tension up in the air, and he could definitely see the kill, but whoop, just guarding it now. Ooh. What? This has been quite an incredible thing. I'm just going to go forward, see if maybe we can have a look at the lion once more. All right. Yo. Right, he is happy and settled here. Tingana's that way. Apple leaf, okay. I'm going to go have a look. I think everybody is, and sorry we're going back and forth, but I'm pretty sure everybody's quite wanting to know how Tingana is doing. So I'm just going to go a little bit further. Apparently he ran up a tree. So let's just head onto this particular tree. If it's the apple leaf, it's got to be this one. Somewhere around here, unless he's decided to move a little bit further. So hopefully we'll be able to see good old Tingana. Alright, there it is. Oh, I don't know how we're going to show you guys this, because he is right at the top of the tree. Further... Alright, I think Senzo might be able to work his magic. So, lucky for us, Tingana managed to have a meal, and again, I apologize for the poles and everything else. So unfortunately, due to the rain, that we have to put the rain covers, but you can see the tail of the leopard up there, and he's facing in the direction where the lion is. But I think he just ran all the way up to the tree for safety, because the lion did duck and started running after him, but Tingana's very quick. So he knew exactly where to go up for safety, and he knew that rather than carry on running, maybe because the lion is bigger, maybe it was just easier to go up the tree. It's the safest place for a leopard to probably be in, because I don't think that lion would be able to climb that tree whatsoever. And if it did, it would probably fall under its weight. I think in this sense, Tingana has a bit more of the advantage. Oh, shame boy, you can't even make a kill and have nobody eat it. He's watching his kill. He knows it's still there. It can see it from his vantage point, and the lion is just at the bottom of the tree. He's lying down, so I don't think Tingana is going to try to go back down and climb up the tree, at least not with the lion there. And I think the tree might be a little bit too wet for the lion to even try and go up. Whew. You can hear the lion still in the distance, maybe. I'm just going to be quiet for a little second. There is a car that's moving, but hopefully it'll stop soon, and then we'll be able to hear the lion contact calling. Every now and again we hear it. Whoo, whoo. Whew, Tingana, what a fright you gave us. All I could hear on the radio was that there was a lion chasing a leopard, but I'm very happy to know that the leopard is up and safe. Yeah, I do think he got a few bites, in case some of you are thinking about this too. It could also be the angle, but it seems like his belly is a little bit full. So it's got almost that roundness that they get. So I'm hoping that he managed to get a few bites in here and there. And now, judging from what we saw at the kill earlier on, I think he might have. We can't show you the kills for now, and the reason for it is because it's thick around that particular tree, but also because the only point where we can see it is actually where the lion is lying down. So we can't really push him away to have a view of the kill. Now, it looked like an impala, judging by the rib cage that I saw, or something. It looked like a good meal, and just the ribs were exposed. So I think Tingana could have had a nice bite throughout the day. And well, yesterday we know that he got a monitor lizard, so very exciting that he's managed to have a bite. Now, Byron is still braving the tent, so let's head over to him and find out if he's got any cool, fun facts for us today. Beautiful big male lion it is, although I think he is wanting to go up the tree, and perhaps it's not going to be that ideal because the tree is very wet and he might slip. So I think that's the only reason why he hasn't tried to go all the way up. Now, in terms of male lions, I would assume that this one is Mfumo from the Birmingham Coalition. I could be wrong, but if you guys think that this is a different one, please let me know using the hashtag #SafariLive. Are you going to start calling again? You see, the kill is just above on the tree, and we can now definitely confirm, and this might be a bit of a gruesome view for some, so please look away now if you don't want to see something very raw. But it is an impala, a female impala that Tingana was feeding upon. So now absolute confirmation, as we can see the head of the impala, and you see that he managed to at least eat, I would say, half of it, which is very good, because now he's going to have a little bit more food and probably fare a little bit better. And just when we saw him the other day, he was looking very skinny, but I think the fact that now the conditions for the climate and the weather have also played in his favor, he's managed to bring something bigger down, which is great, because we would like, because we want the impalas to die, but because Tingana was in desperate need of something to eat. He's still up on the tree, on the other tree, Tingana, but he's still facing in this direction. So I think his plan is just to, or maybe he's just hoping for the lion to actually get bored and leave and go somewhere else, perhaps, or give him enough of a gap so that he can go all the way up there. Now, he was scratching his claws, and by no means he's not aware of the fact that the impala kill is up there on the tree, but I think he also realized that it's not going to be the easiest thing for him to go up, and he might slip. So I think he's waiting. Not too sure if he's going to wait for the kill to fall off the tree, or if he's actually just being clever enough to wait for the tree to dry a little bit, and then he might just try. Because when we saw him scratching the tree earlier, perhaps, well, certainly marking it for territorial purposes, and I'm sure that was a very clear sign towards Tingana, but I think he could have also been trying to see if he had any gription. Michael, you say this is Nsuku and not Mfumo. That would make more sense because Mfumo hasn't been seen, and I think he's all the way on Malamala. Now, okay, maybe I should just remember the scar. Oh, there we go. Gone down. Now, I wonder why you ended up here and the rest of your pride not. It's interesting with the Birminghams. They seem to split up just as much, or probably more than what they actually spend with any of their pride. So there'll be one of them, and then one of them, the other one comes. But Nsuku, in the last few days, and it would make sense then that if this is him, has been the one that hasn't been with the Nkuhuma pride. So it could be that he's just been hanging around this area in general. He's just been going in between prides. Perhaps he's visited the Styx pride in the last little while. But I think pretty much given up. I don't think he's going to try and get up onto the kill at any time soon, unless Tingana manages to come down from the tree, in which case I'm pretty sure he would pull up his head and at least gaze in that direction. But I think Tingana also got a very proper fright, so he's just up there and enjoying the morning. Well, I don't know if enjoying would be a good word for Tingana, but he's definitely braving it on top of the tree that he's in. Now, it seems like Byron is having a wonderful morning drinking coffee, so let's head on to him and see what he thinks of all this ordeal. Well, the male leopard is on the other tree, so we're going to try and have a closer look at the male lion. Can't believe how lucky we've been this morning out of nowhere, and I think it was actually thanks to Tristan, and I might give him all the credits for the sighting, that said to us that there was probably some action going on at Chitwa. However, we didn't quite understand until we got here that it was both Tingana and one of the Birmingham boys at the sighting. So shows that teamwork is probably the best thing to do, because then we'll do it for each other and we help each other out. Now, I don't think there's any teamwork going on with the Birminghams now. And you see, even when they're apart, they're quite opportunistic themselves. So it's not all for the greater good when it comes to lions. It's also a very selfish society. So he's here. He's not going to call his brothers and just let them know that there's a big kill or a kill here up at the tree. If it was a different situation, perhaps a bigger kill, then maybe he would try. But for now, it seems like he knows that this is not enough food for more than one lion. Although you look still quite full. I don't think you're that skinny. Are you gonna now go and hide in between the bushes? That's gonna be wetter. I wouldn't go there if I were you. What a morning you've had. I don't know if maybe he's now trying to hide himself a little bit more from Tingana, but I'm pretty sure Tingana can still see him from that tree, because there's virtually nothing in between the tree where Tingana is and the marula tree and where the lion is. And Tingana's also, he's been around for a while. This is not his first encounter with a lion, and he knows how to act and how to protect himself. It's also starting to drizzle a little bit, and we know that male lions do not like getting their manes wet, so it's probably the reason why he's gone and hid in between the bushes. But I think probably you didn't realize that you had so many little branches there. Look at him, longingly looking at that kill. I want it. I want to eat it. Full. You almost feel sorry for him with that very pathetic look in his eyes, isn't like, oh, but it's so far up. Shame. I almost feel sorry for you, and I would feel sorry for you if I thought that this was your kill, but you didn't kill this. Somebody else did. Don't be a fatty. Don't steal other animals' food. Now, in more realistic terms, this does happen often. Animals and predators will scavenge from one another, and it's part of the reason why they're so intolerant with each other, even with the cubs. So it is the way that they've reacted, the male lion chasing the male leopard for its meal. It's not because this particular individual is meaner or, has something against Tingana or anything else. Normally, this is the way that lions and leopards behave in the wild. Oh, are you roaring? Oh, now you want help. I'm just scared to talk in case he starts roaring again, because that is my most favorite sound in the whole world. It's a lion roaring. It is the most powerful sound that there is out there, and I think he started roaring now because he's getting frustrated. He keeps looking up, and I think he knows it's not going to be easy for him to get up there. So I wonder if he's perhaps trying to get some of his other brothers to come into the area and help him out. Or perhaps he's just, and I think this is more the realistic option, he's just making it known to Tingana that he is here and that he's actually claiming this particular kill. It's all about communication. And as I was saying earlier, it is very common for both of them to have reacted that way. Now, Tingana is an older male leopard, and we know that he hasn't had the easiest time in the last little while. He's looking a little bit skinny. It seems like he's on the mend, but still, he's got to be very careful of other creatures moving around. And by other creatures, I mean other male leopards that might be around. Lions, females and males, and then, of course, hyenas and... I'm missing something. And just other creatures in general. So this male lion over here has actually been very clever. And just imagine this morning when we heard them roaring, it wouldn't have surprised me that the ones that Byron and I heard from the tent were actually exactly like this one, hiding in between the bushes, which make it that much harder to actually try and spot them. It's crazy. His eyes are fixed on the kill. You can start roaring again. gonna hope that it starts roaring again, but while I do that, let's head back to Tristan, see if he's had any other luck. Perfect timing. I'm sorry, this sound is incredible, but just by looking at its face, it seems like it's also like a raging roar. As in, like, he's upset to go away, he wants to get that kill from the tree, and this morning is just not going his way. Almost seems like that's what he's feeling. He's looking a little bit on the grumpy side, not at us whatsoever, but I think it just in general at the whole situation. I think that roaring of yours is just to make a statement to the world, to Tingana, and to any other lion that might be around here. So I think it's just wonderful when they roar. It's, like I said earlier, the most powerful sound that there is out here. And it's just everything almost like vibrates all around us. And when a male lion roars, then you can definitely tell that they're the king of the jungles. Everything feels like we need to respect this male lion. And I think the rain is making him a little bit upset now. Where are you gonna go? Wonder if he's perhaps gonna try and scare Tingana off, or if he's gonna try and make it up the tree. So I think now he's getting impatient. What you gonna do? If he does go up, we might go and do one of our unscheduled broadcasts, but I'm not too sure what he's gonna do. I think he doesn't quite know what he's gonna do just yet. We do know that he's hungry, that's for sure. And it's almost like this prize is being dangled on top of him, but he doesn't have access. Are you going to lie down again, boy? He's making so many noises. He's so grumpy. And I don't know if any of you have ever owned a cat. It's just the behavior. It's just identical to when a cat gets angry. You know, it's that look. It's just like, feed me now. Shame. You haven't chosen the best spot, but I must say, at least it's good for shelter and you're not getting wet, because there's a bit of more of a drizzle coming down now. Are you going to roar again? I think maybe we'll get lucky with the third roar. I don't think he's going to roar just yet, but hopefully in the next few minutes he will. We'll keep you guys posted, but in the meantime, we're going to send you across to Byron and the tent. Right, well, we are still hoping that he might decide to get up and go up the tree, but I'm not too sure if that's actually even looking promising at this point in time. He is frustrated, and I'm sure he wants to get up there just to finish the kill, because it seems to be a little bit of meat left, definitely all of the neck and some ribs. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's just being greedy now. You are looking pretty though, boy. Very nice. And thank you so much for roaring. We actually really thoroughly enjoyed that. It's almost like it's got a little house in there with all the fallen off branches and the... It's a perfect little place. Now, I wonder if he's actually given up for now, because every time I've said that, it seems like it's the right time for him to get moving. Now, It has actually been a very wonderful drive. I know Byron and I had a wonderful time just trying to get our Latin right, which is normally a challenge, but we had a lot of fun trying to learn it. And we were both actually very impressed with all of Tristan's knowledge about frogs and frog calls. I think he got both Byron and myself there, and he definitely knows a few more than what we do. And then obviously coming down here and then just being able to see all of this unfold in action on some of the characters that have actually been missing from us in the last few days. Because Tingana has been pretty much everywhere, but we haven't seen him that much because he's been trying to lie low. And then Nsuku hasn't been with the Nkahuma Pride every time that we've managed to find them. So it's good to see that they're both still okay, although quite a bit of a nervous wrecking moment with both of them moving around. But now at least we know where to start looking for them this afternoon, which is going to be just fantastic. And hopefully we'll be able to keep up with both of them and see what they've been going on. But for now, it's time for us to say goodbye and head to breakfast, and we'll see you all on this afternoon.